and then you do what we call an E-wrap, and you just go all the way along. And then there's, if you're just doing like a little sample, I just cast on every other because it's faster. And you can cast on every other and not get runs. So. Okay. And then you're ready to do your first row. And then this is a stitch separator comb. You use this because you need to weigh down the knitting.
Oh.
And then these are my weights I've decorated.
So does the amount of weight kind of affect the tension you're going to get?
It can, but not as much as the tension dial. That's the most important thing.
Okay.
And then you can knit. I'm going to make it a little looser. And so the purl side is facing you and the knit side's facing away from you. And then there's also the short rowing where you can put this, it's called holding, but I can put some needles out and then just knit, and it will only knit the needles that are still in the back position.
Oh, I see. So by pulling the needles out, you're taking them out of play.
Right. And then also, if you're making an armhole or something, you would transfer. Like this would be a fully fastened transfer because I'm moving 3 across at a time.
And so you're effectively binding off a couple of stitches?
Yeah. And then if you were making like a neckline or actually for an armhole, I usually cast off a couple stitches. So to cast off, you use this latch hook tool. And that's casted off a little bit. And so you can bind off and then, continue shaping if you're...
You can do that in the center of your knitting? Like a neck hole or something if you want to put a...
Yeah, definitely. I would just break the yarn and then when I cast off I push them forward. Some people don't do it that way. And then just start... There's different... This is kind of tricky. You just have to get a technique down that works for you. And then you can just start casting off. Oops. I lost one.
Oh no!
Well, that's okay. I like it when it falls apart anyways.
So you're tolerant of a certain amount of uncertainty that's occurring with your projects?
Yeah, of course. I'm open to nature and my own, haste. It's fine. I don't mind a drop stitch every now and then because, I don't know, I'm usually making something that looks like it got ripped anyways. So, if you're doing a neck hole, this is how you do it. Oh, now I can just knit. That I can sew in later.
And then you have to cast on across that?
Well, then you can cast off here if that's like your shoulder.
Right.
Or...
if you wanted to be just a hole, you could.
Yeah, if you wanted to just make a hole, then you could bring in these, although you'd have to E-wrap them. So what I would do is I would go across this way, then wrap it. It's kind of like a puzzle in a way, because you have to always have yarn on the needle. You can't just like start without having this E-wrap thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would go across. Oh, that's where I messed up.
Oh, okay.
But it's a savable mess up. That one. So if you got a weird float like that, what I do is I usually just wrap it around, and then you can cut it later. And I'm going to push these things forward.
Now, when you got your first manual knitting machine like this one, did you train yourself to use it, or did it come with good instructions?
Well, I actually took this summer continuing ed knitting class at Rhode.
Oh, yeah, and it went into this?
Oh, yeah, it's all, this is what you learn. And actually, I taught that class over the winter.
Oh.
So because I just started new, I want to put this thing on to hold everything down. And then everything's kind of back to normal.
Hey! All right, I'm going to